Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's Brenda. Hope you've been having a fantastic week. Today, I thought we would play with some book pages because I know we have a lot. I do anyway. Maybe I should just speak for myself. And some napkin. And we'll make some pockets and stuff for our journals. I just put one together. Just like this, just one single sheet of book page, and I just added in some little goodies. I added the napkin over top, and then when I was done, I just added some lace, and I have some of my clusters that we've made and put a topper on it with a little flower, just as an added embellishment. You can add more if you want, of course. You can add whatever you like. But if you don't use book page, you can use scrapbook paper. You can use, I think cardstock would be a little too thick, but even if you take copy paper and you stamp all over it, or you doodle, stuff like that, you can use that and then just add your napkin on top of it. So I thought we could have a play doing that. So here's just a single book page. And I'm just going to take off the curled aside. So if you want to play along, grab your book page, grab some of your napkins, stickers, any kind of embellishments that you want to use. And I think this is my outside. Yep, I don't usually fold it ahead of time. I wait until I get the napkin on it. I have a glue stick, but you can use Mod Podge. You can use the glue stick. Wet glue would work, but you would have to smear it all so that there's not like a mound of it. So I just find that this is my last glue stick. Tom has gone out and he said that he would pick me up some glue sticks. So hopefully this one will last. We'll just do a couple of them together and dress them up and make them pretty. And then, yeah. So I just wanted to say June the 2nd is my 1 year of being here on YouTube. Like, holy moly, the time went by so fast. And I've just been having so much fun. And so what I want to do is I would like to have a giveaway, of course. But I would also like to ask something of you. You know, it's not a requirement or anything. You can still comment on this video and your name will still be put into the draw. But I'm going to leave, what I would like or appreciate is if you would all send me a tag. Just make a tag, send it to me, and I can enter you into the draw. But every person that sends me a tag will have an extra entry into the draw. Does that make sense? So commenting on this video automatically puts you into the draw. But if you decide to send me a tag, then your name will go in twice. And then you'll have an extra chance to win. And the giveaway is going to be big, simply because I've been here for just about a year, and you know, I couldn't do this and have as much enjoyment as I do without you. And just to show my appreciation and to show my gratitude for all of you, I would like to do that. So hopefully you'll join in the fun. I'll leave all the information in the description box, and I will also put my address there. And I'm going to leave the giveaway opened open until the end of June. That way everybody will have a chance to participate if they want to. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. You know, I was trying to think of something that we could all have fun with, and this way, if I do receive tags, then we can create something with the tags, which will be so much fun. All right, so there we have our napkin. Oh boy, is that ever gorgeous on there with the print behind it. Love that. So I'm just going to ink it up a little. And if you have pieces of napkin that come up like this, then just add your glue again. Sometimes that happens, right? Doesn't get right to the edge, especially after you've trimmed. So I'm just going to add it all around. There we go. All right, just like that. And then you can gauge how deep you want your pockets to be and your lid. So I'm just gonna put it there, and before I fold it up, I just want to see how much it's going to come down. And then when you like where it is, then just give it a crease. And I don't usually use my bone folder on this. I don't want my napkin to wreck, so I just take my fingers and I reinforce the fold to make it a little more crisp. And then we have our pocket. And then you can ink around on the inside. Just gonna get this one crease here. Just gives it definition. So there, and I don't have to do the rest of it really because the pocket's gonna be covering it. So I'll just do at the top there, just like that. And then grab my wet glue. And I usually glue on the side that we folded up because it's usually shorter than the back of it. And then this way you don't have glue where you don't need it. And you end up having to wipe it off. So there we go, just like that. I haven't used napkins in a while. I was using them for quite a bit before, but then I stopped because I was doing other things. But that's just pretty. Like the colors on there, it's just pretty. Hopefully you've been seeing that. And then I have some lace here. It's not the same stuff as on the other one, but you know, you can gauge. You can just have a short strip of it if you want to. You can fill it completely. You can add lace to the whole entire thing. Let's find some. I think I have a big piece of lace here. Sorry, I'm just gonna grab. Oh, this one's huge. Like, look at the size of this. Holy mackerels. But I'll just use a piece of it and we'll just have some fun with this big thing. It's a good way to use it. You know, we have to use it up. So I'm just going to cut it just there. And if there's, oh, I want it to come all the way around, don't I? Let's do it this way then. Right about there. And then that, and then I'll cut it. But either way, you can have it on the front, you can have it all on the back, you can have the whole thing done. But I figured since I mentioned it, I might as well just show you what that looks like. And then we'll do another one like I had just done. And then of course it's too wide, but that can be fixed. And let's see. Just have that little wavy part and it can come lower. than the lid, and then it'll just hang down really nice, and then you can just do a trim. And then any extra trimming that needs to be done can be done after it gets glued on. Just like that. And did I not cut it? Did I cut it the wrong way? I did. But you know what? That's okay. I will, yeah, that's what I'll do. 1 second. I'm just gonna put glue all over the lid. I don't mind if it doesn't come up all the way under the lid because, oops, better do it this way though. Because it's underneath the flap. Right? Yeah, and I'm just going to use the glue stick. It's usually pretty good. And then this will come up here, and then you can see the napkin nicely, but when you close it, the whole thing is covered, which is what you want. Okay, so let's just do this. Just like that. I'll put a little bit at the back. Oh, my flap got stuck. Yikes. All right. Yep, that glue is sticky. There we go. It'll just need a minute to make sure it's dry. And I mean, you can sew these if you want to sew. These ones I'm just showing you as a no-sew version because I don't want to, you know, have the noise of the sewing machine. And I accidentally did do this whole entire thing with glue. That's one of my Monday tricks, doing those things. And then you have a really nice size pocket in there to fill up with some goodness. I just have some little odds and ends here. Just a little journaling card, an arithmetic block, and a little piece of note page, and that can go right inside there. And then when you do your topper, the clusters we had made, let me just grab them here. I just have a couple little boxes. We made these clusters in another video, just with our scraps. I mean, you just have to just put all your scraps together. You staple them together, glue them together, whatever you'd like to do. So let me just close that. And then that one's pretty big. And then just pick a cluster. Everything's falling. Like there. Isn't that pretty? That's so pretty. And that flower is a flower from one of my kits from Antonio. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. Just add a little bit of color, other color to it. Dirty it up a little. And I had thought at first that there was 2 clusters here, but there's not. I made it pretty thick, but then you can just pop it on just right there. Lovely. All right. Should be good. Just like that. Bring it down a little. there. What do you think of that? So pretty. And I don't even have to add another flower to it because we've got the Nouveau drops on there and the flower, and then some lace back there and some scrappy bits of paper. And then we have our goodies inside as well. And of course more can be added. I mean, look at the size of that pocket. It's huge. All right, let's do another one. And I'll show you that with the flap. Just get rid of my rough edge. I mean, they're quick to do. They're fun to do. You get rid of your book pages and also your scraps, right? So just like that. Let's see. I have this napkin here. These are old napkins, and a lot of them come from the dollar stores. So let me see what happened. If I put it on this side, it's going to be this way. Anyway, we're just going to do it. I think my brain just went. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether your print is upside down or not. My first one, my print is upside down and it doesn't bother me at all. But if you do like it to be upside right, you know, the right way, then it's nice to know how to do it. And I'm thinking this is right. It's the paper's upside down so that when you flip it up, it'll be upside right on the front of your pocket. So let's just add this. And you can wrinkle up this napkin if you want, if you like the wrinkles. I don't mind the wrinkles being there. It just adds to the character of it, I think. There we go. And then you can also use one of these. It's just one of the little water pens, and I just run it across. This is what I did with the first one, just to make it a little quicker for cutting. Instead of using my scissors, I just used that and wet the sides. And then it comes away easy, just like that. And then anything you need trimming, you can just trim it. Or leave it ragged like that. That'd be nice too. Once it dries, then you can ink it. You can use tissue paper if you have tissue paper. You know, if you don't want to use napkins, use tissue paper, or just do collaging all over it. All right, so there. Oh yeah, like look at that ragged edge, eh? That looks pretty awesome. And so then that'll go like that, but let me just ink it up a little first. Both sides, because the pocket is going to come up. So maybe there, maybe a little shorter of a pocket this time. Okay, and then fold this down. I try to leave a little bit of space there so that you can get things in and out without an issue. Just a little bit of a lid. There we go. That's cute. Pretty napkin. And you can either attach them into a journal, glue them in, have them as in a pocket or as a pull-out. You know, you can have it in with a altered paper clip or something in your journal. Or you can have it as a standalone. Like how nice this would be to send to somebody in Happy Mail and just fill it up with goodness. But you can use junk mail envelopes for things like this if you wanted. That would be awesome too. Yep, so just need to let that dry for a second, and then let's work on the lid. So I'm just going to add a bit of color. All right, so our lace. Here we go. Just add a piece of this. And I'm just going to set it not quite to the top, just close to it. And then I'll cut a piece off. And if it needs any trimming, then I'll do that after it's glued on. There we go, just like that. And you can leave it white, or you can ink it up to match your, whatever your pockets look like. I did both sides because I can't remember which is the front and which is the back. So I'm going to add some glue stick, but then I'm also going to add some wet glue to it this time. And then I'll just use my finger and moosh it around. And that way it doesn't seep through like it would if it was just on there. There we go. There. And there we go. And then we just add a cluster on top. So I have, let's see what I have here. These are the toppers that I have, and then the clusters that we made. So let's find a little something. Or we have this one with a flower on it. That's cute. And you can just add layers to it. Or her. Yeah, let's do her. Whoops. I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to rough up the edges. It just gives it a more, I don't know, grungy feel to it, or vintagey feel. There we go. So I'm going to add glue. Doesn't need a lot. You know, like I say, you can dress these as much or as little as you want. You can just go crazy with it if you want. You do you. Whatever you like, you do it. If there's a certain way you like to create your clusters and stuff like that, then do that, because it's all going to be beautiful in the end. Just going to add a little bit more glue right there because I missed it. Oh my. Isn't that lovely? So darling. Yep. And then I have some stickers here. I was just wondering if we could add a little sticker. Oops, I can't pick it up. Just check it out here. Little letter. I think that would look really sharp there. Let's do that. I'm just going to ink it up a little bit. But how fun these are. And you can sure use up your book page and your napkin. It won't take very long. And you can do a mass make with these. Now, I didn't add glue to it, but I'm thinking that it will stay. Like, it's not really noticeable, but you do see it there. I mean, you can add paper to this part if you want. You can collage book page or music page or whatever you want on there. But I'm thinking it looks good like that. And so then there's our huge pocket in there. So I'm just gonna grab some papers here, some just These are just the deco papers from Amazon that I purchased. They're like collage papers. They're very, very thin, but boy, they're fun to use. Just grab another one. And there we go. And of course, more can be filled in there. That's just showing you, you know, that you can add things in there. And so there, that's what I had for you today. I'm hoping that you will create some for yourself and send me pictures. You know, tag me on Instagram or whatever if you make some. Oops. And so that I can see all the little goodness you create. So this is the one I had done. It's completely dry now, of course. And then these are the two that we did together. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I sure enjoyed it. It's always fun to use up stuff that we have around, and I sure need to. I have a lot of book pages now. So take care. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful weekend. God bless. Bye for now.